Can you send me a link of this YouTube broadcast so I can share also maybe? Or this is not for sharing.
After the session, we share with you. Is that what you mean?
I think yes for now.
Can you send me a link
Now.
of this YouTube broadcast so I can share also maybe? Or this is not for sharing.
After the session, we share with you. Is that what you mean?
No. Now I hear myself with such a delay. Can you share also maybe? Or this is not for sharing. No. Something happened with the sound. Myself with such a delay.
Give us a minute.
It's a big delay now.
Give us a minute.
Something happened with the sound. Myself with such a delay. It's a big delay now.
Give us a minute.
Something happened with the sound. Myself with such a delay. It's a big delay now. Something happened with it's a big delay now. And it's repeating 3 or 4 times. And it's repeating 3 or 4 times. And it's repeating 3 or 4 times. It's repeating 3 or 4 times. And it's repeating. And it's repeating 3 or 4 times.
We do a quick test again. How is this? Testing 1, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, great. I think it's fine now. Okay. I will send you the link through WhatsApp.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me well?
Loud and clear.
Yes? Okay.
Let's begin the masterclass. Let my moderator introduce the both of you all, and then we can just begin.
All right.
Good evening to each of you. Good evening to you. Good morning to you. Sorry. And a warm greeting to the virtual masterclass series brought to you by the YST Conservatory of Music. Today, we are continuing our long-running masterclass series that has been enriching the experience of both our students and the broader music community for over 17 years. These masterclasses give our students a priceless opportunity to learn from some of the world's most accomplished musicians. These guest artists have included Nobuko Imai, Gautier Capuçon, Angus Steve, Masaki Suzuki, and many more. We are truly honored to have Mr. Kyril Zlotnikov with us today. And Mr. Zlotnikov has been a principal cellist and cello group teacher at the West Eastern Divan Orchestra under Maestro Barenboim for 20 years and is still going. He also took part as a principal cellist in the Berlin Staatskapelle Orchestra special project and tours. Please join me in welcoming him, Mr. Kyril Zlotnikov. So today, Mr. Zlotnikov will be working with students on a program of solo performances. To start the master classes, we have CHEN PEI-YI playing Beethoven Cello Sonata No. 3, Opus 69, third movement, with piano accompanist LIU JIA. The time is yours.
First of all, I want to thank you for joining and bringing me and inviting me to this master classes. I just wanted to add that they're mentioning my playing in the orchestra, but that's what I mostly do. It's to play in the string quartet and solo. But string quartet I've been playing for 30 years as a founding member of Jerusalem String Quartet, and we played with your professor a few years ago in Singapore, a wonderful Schubert quintet together. So it was a really memorable visit into Singapore, and I'm happy to be online with you guys now. Thank you so much for playing this movement. I hope you're playing the whole sonata, I guess, no?
Yes.
Not only this movement, just for today. How long you've been working with this piece? Tell me.
I think you mean this whole piece or this movement?
Yeah, well, for this about this movement, how long you've been working on that?
I think 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh, well, you did quite a good job in 3 weeks.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, and the whole piece? I mean, the other movements, I mean,
I think
a little bit more?
like one month or 2 months.
1 month. Okay. And have you had chance to play this before in the public? Or it's the first time?
No.
It's the first time?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you, first of all, is that, you know, when you choose a piece to perform, of course, you have to think about the style, what kind of music it is, what kind of composer, what composer it is, because every composer has usually very strong characteristics of how to perform its music, especially if we're speaking about Beethoven. Yeah, Beethoven music still ruling the classical music world till today. Yeah, so I think if you speak about Beethoven, when you hear Beethoven, what is your first reaction? What first association with his style of music? What you think about it?
I think it's very straight for me.
Very what? Straight?
Yeah, straight.
So in other words, with a lot of discipline, yeah, this kind of music. You mean straight by kind of very clear? Yeah, that's what you mean? Yeah. Okay. I totally agree with you. It's one of the associations one can get thinking about Beethoven music. And that's what I miss a little bit, because when you perform Beethoven and you want it to sound as Beethoven and not as some other composer, yeah, because you know, if you perform to somebody, it's not necessarily everybody will know when they hear that it's Beethoven. You have to make sure that they will understand that this is Beethoven and they feel that it's Beethoven music by treating the music with a lot of respect to the details. Because when you play Beethoven with more or less here and this crescendo goes here until maybe not until fourth, or maybe subito piano not in the right place. What I mean is, music of Beethoven has to have much more strict discipline of details. Only then it will really sound with a lot of character of Beethoven. You know, it's including the sound, of course, the much more perfect details, like I said, and discipline of all the markings that he put in his music. Because, you know, after all, in general, what is the most difficult in the music? Do you know what is most difficult in music when we play?
Emotion.
Not only, but it's much more simpler. In music, the most difficult is to play what's written. Because we all play, depend how we can, how we learn, not necessarily what's written. And especially in Beethoven, like I said, it's really crucial to try to do exactly what he writes, you know. Only then the sound and the character of music will be much more clear, like you said, straight or direct and clear for Beethoven. Yeah. So all the details you have to really exaggerate, because when you play for the public, you know what you're doing, right? Or you know what you're trying to do. At least it's not necessarily that we all, when we go on stage, we try our best. It's not necessarily that every time will be perfect, right? That's why we're practicing so much. That's the our profession, curse of our profession, to practice all our life and to try to make it as perfect as possible. You need to make sure that people will understand what you're trying to do, because what is clear for you is not necessarily clear for public who listens, you know. So you have to make sure that what you're doing, it's very, very clear and coming along. Now, let's start from the beginning, from the top, and tell me, when you enter, this is main thing or secondary thing, secondary voice?
Secondary.
Absolutely. So I would like to hear that this is still secondary, because when you're starting to really to take over from the bar 9, right? If you agree with me. So please accompany the piano. Yeah.
Okay.
When the piano started, so you take all, just join very sensitively into the line of piano. And if I may ask, try to start vibrato before the sound. Just before you start playing, you have to already imagine the sound in your head. And if you start vibrating before the first note, before you just create the sound, just a little bit, so the music, whatever you want to create, will start immediately. Yeah. And not after half a note that you lose for nothing. You start da dee da dee da da. Yeah. Just a little bit before the sound. Let's try. For the sound, because if you start vibrato after the sound, you're losing, I don't know, half of the note or quarter of the note. You're starting and so ta dee da dee da. Just before the sound, yeah. So the music will with the character of music, the atmosphere will go immediately to the ear of the listener and join the piano, yeah. Much better. One little thing I would add, the vibrato, if you can, since we spoke that this is secondary voice, yeah, with the piano, I would keep the same very intimate and not too wide vibrato through the whole line until you start your line in bar 9. Try to keep it even without so it will not change too much. So really even vibrato, yeah. And please tell me, do you have a subito piano in bar 7, 9, 8, 7, 6? You have subito piano there?
Yeah.
You do have. Okay, just before the crescendo, yeah.
I only have crescendo. Then next part is piano.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. All these details are very crucial because if you do subito piano, and that's what you're doing, you're playing. There is subito piano here.
Oh no.
Crescendo. Subito piano only next bar, right? So if you do it for Beethoven, it's already not Beethoven. So if you do here, you have subito piano, right? So you do twice in basically in one bar, basically, yeah, in two bars, yeah, two subito pianos. And so which one is important? The one that Beethoven wrote or the one that you invented?
Beethoven wrote.
So please don't make subito piano in the beginning of crescendo. Just simple. This subito piano is important. Yeah. So you in piano before that, so keep. You can relax a little bit, but definitely don't make subito piano there, because then you have twice, and he didn't write it. Yeah. Let's do it once more. It's very, very important beginning, so you can, if you can create, if you can create this atmosphere of such a beautiful and relaxed and this relaxed pastoralic atmosphere. You will have much better difference when you start Allegro vivace. Yeah, because it's all about this clear differences of dynamic, articulation, character, colors. Yeah, so you have to be much more extreme in a way. Yeah, let's try once more. Beginning. There. Can you play just as simple as possible? Imagine, you know, when we play and you want to decide how to play, the most convincing way to check and to decide is to imagine and to compare your playing to your singing. Imagine how would you sing? Would you do something with your voice? Something like da 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 da. No, you wouldn't do. And this crescendo is between piano and piano, so not so much. Yeah, don't go to crescendo to forte, and definitely you don't need to drop down before crescendo in order to make huge crescendo. Sometimes we need to drop to make a little drop before crescendo in order to have more space. But here, it's just such a pastoralic and simple and quiet and calm beginning, this adagio, cantabile, to sing, you see? Cantar, yeah? So you don't need to do anything. Only there you take a little bit of time for subito piano. Can you do from bar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 directly? Crescendo is until where? I want to. I'm a little bit picky. I just be patient with me. I'm a bit picky. So especially for Beethoven, you have a crescendo till the end of the bar, and then subito piano. So end of mi, da, ti, dam. Imagine that you want to play next bar, mezzo piano or subito, mezzo forte, for example. How would you play? Play this bar of alone without piano. This bar of, and play the next bar like an end of crescendo, not subito. Play the downbeat of the next bar, like if you're going crescendo and more, you know. Adagio. 1, 2, 3, tie da, di, da. Play like this once. Now, listen, do it again and listen. How do you play the last note of this bar? Hear how you played me, the last note. What sound? Did you notice how you played it? Okay. Now play the same, and then subito piano on the downbeat. Just don't forget that you are the starting of the crescendo is piano. Yeah, and now you're playing very loud. That's it. What kind of huge difference you did now? It's very important, very, very important in Beethoven. All these details, you have to be very clear. Okay, with the piano. Try not to do the air. I know you already used to do something here, but please. Two, three. Very simple. Very good. I like when you come and take over from the piano in bar 9. Yeah. What's here? Try to leave more bow on this last 3 notes before you start the theme. Yeah. Gradually. You're giving too much bow the first note. You stay with such a short bow till on the last 2 notes, which are more important. I would play here. Yeah. So just pam 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 pam. This bar. Bar 8. just two little things. You have actually very good crescendo to subito piano here. Now, from here, you have a kind of variation, yeah? Yeah? The second bar repeats with little difference. So it's a little variation. And when we have variation, we need to show it. Almost the same, but show the little difference. And you're playing it totally without vibrato. Simple. Now, show the difference. Now, also crescendo, diminuendo in piano. No, don't go too much. And take your time in the appoggiatura. Sing it, you know, you're still in Adagio cantabile. So all the, especially smallest and faster details, take your time. Yeah. Fermata. Yeah, and then change immediately the character. Yeah, let's do directly from there. Bar 14. Okay, first of all, just the last two bars before Allegro vivace. If you want to take time on a appoggiatura, this small notes, start them a little bit earlier in order to have more time on them. Yeah, because you're starting very late, and you have to play them fast. Start earlier, then you have much more time. Now, fermata, you almost don't do any fermata on bar 18. You're playing in tempo, exactly. Just a little bit, you know. Then I would go here, so it will be da 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 together. Yeah, and
Just a kind reminder that there are 5 minutes left.
already, oh my god, the time flies. Okay, we'll do ta di ya da di. Yeah, just a suggestion. I'm not saying it's because I hear that harmonically it's supposed to be together. Not if you like it, yeah, but I would do this is piano, right? This is in piano. And now Allegro? Which dynamic?
I think still piano.
In Allegro vivace you have written piano or pianissimo?
Because
In Allegro vivace.
pianissimo.
Pianissimo. And you're playing twice louder.
Okay.
No, it's not okay. Yeah, I would do not too soft. Now. You can start. You can start. You have to convince everybody that it's pianissimo by creating character. Yeah, of course everybody needs to hear you, so you have to find a way to finish the andante cantabile so the allegro vivace will not start twice louder, because if Beethoven writes pianissimo, he probably wanted to have the start of allegro vivace very kind of from far away, maybe a little bit misterioso, yeah, but not twice louder. You're playing it's totally different character from what he writes. So it's very, I mean, it's totally different from what you see in a score. Yeah, what you hear. And please don't make such a big break after the long note. Da, 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 di, da. Pa, 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 da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. You don't have a break there. You don't cut the note. Yeah. So let's do connection. Da, 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 di, di. Last bar. Good, but the details are still making a huge difference for you, and not necessarily make the music logical if you don't follow the details more precisely. First thing again, you still making a big break. Da, 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 dee, da. Da, 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 da. There is no break. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can take a little breath if you want. Da, 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 dee, do. Da, da, dee, da, da. Da, da, da. But not da. Da, da, da. Not half an hour. It's like imagine you're a singer and you go on stage of operas to sing, and you sing like this. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. People will laugh. Yeah, da, 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 dee, do. Da, da, dee, da, da. Connected. Yeah, and small details don't rush. Take your time. No, and the forte only in the end. You play the last 2 bars of crescendo. You start crescendo too early. You see, all these details are crucially important for Beethoven. You have to arrive to forte, and you're playing almost 1.5 bars before that already in forte. Yeah? Start directly, allegro vivace. Directly, allegro vivace. Start. Yeah, continue. It was good. Couple little things. If you want to try maybe to change it, half bar. So you have the last half a bar more crescendo on one bow because it's really difficult. If you keep the two bows, it's fine, but just make sure that you have a gradual crescendo and you leave the most of this crescendo till for the last bar. Yeah, because you're playing forte as a subito, because you're not dividing the bow correctly. Leave much more bow for the crescendo in the last, especially half a bar. Correctly. You're trying to find easy solutions. Beginning of crescendo is in piano. Now you're playing forte.
Okay.
The beginning of the crescendo, ta ta tam, pa pam, pa 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 pa. I would play here piano in bar 40, piano plus a little bit because it's already 2 bars before crescendo start, but it's still in piano more or less. So leave the most of the crescendo for the end. Okay, beginning of the crescendo, yeah? Ta ta tam, pa pam, and not too short. Much too early. Yeah, pa 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 pam pam. Here you can take time. Ta 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 tam pam. Let the sound of forte of piano, yeah, start to disappear. Only then you take time, take a breath and continue. Yeah, pa 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 pam pam. Yeah. Imagine you sing it. You're playing together chamber music and you have to breathe together. Ta 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 tam pam. Very natural. You have so much time. Nobody's pushing you anywhere. Yeah? Find this time. I'm just coming back to this issue of differences and details, which is for Beethoven. Again, you have to understand that it's very crucial to make the music more interesting and clear as Beethoven for the character of his music. You know, you playing you make crescendo, such a huge crescendo to piano, which basically it's crescendo between piano and piano. And then you have crescendo to forte next, and it sounds the same. You see, you always have to, if you see a word crescendo or diminuendo or any other information about dynamic, you have to immediately look back with your eyes and see this crescendo or this diminuendo, in what dynamic it is. This crescendo is in bar 50. I'm talking about bar 54, 50, 55. It's in piano. Yeah. Now a crescendo forte. You see how it's a huge difference? And if you don't pay attention to these details, everything will sound the same. You don't want to play the same. It's boring, right? Okay, so please make sure that every time you decide to do something, make sure that you check in what dynamic it is, what tempo it is, what the length of the notes, in what character, and then you make your decisions how to do these things. Otherwise, everything is the same. Okay.
Okay.
I think we have to move on, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately. Thank you so much. It was great to listen to you, and I wish you good luck. Hope we meet in Singapore one day. We can continue working.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zlotnikov. Yes. Thank you, Pei-Yi, and thank you, Ms. LIU JIA. So next, we have LIU CHIEN-WEI playing Paganini Mose-Fantasia, variation on a theme of Rossini. Please welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello, Kyril. Hello, Kyril. Just want to do a quick check. Is your original sound for musicians switched on? Just want to check on the screen.
Should be on or off?
When you see it, it should be on. Is it off?
Now it's on. Maybe it was before. It's okay now?
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. It's really, really cool piece. I love it. I remember I played it also when I was a student. Should come back to it, play more often. It's really fun. Yeah. Um, what remind me your name? It's
CHEN-WEI.
CHEN-WEI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Listen, these are like you see in the name of the piece. They're variations. Yeah. And variations means varied. Yeah. Different. So I think the main thing that you should really try to pay attention and try to do is to make every variation a little bit different, to find slightly more clear character. Because what you're trying to do, I hear what you're trying to do, but you're keeping it for yourself a little bit. You know, you have to be more generous to give it to the public, because you think about things and characters for what you're trying to do, but it's not coming enough out. You know, so be more courageous, and everything what you're trying to do, please, you can really exaggerate, and please do exaggerate character, atmosphere, colors, everything, because it's a little bit going after another, like a etude, and then it's such a charismatic piece. You know, don't try not to make it. It's already a lot of technical difficulties there, which is, it's clear. But if you think only about the technique aspect, it sounds a little bit. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, something went on my screen. Strange. Suddenly I don't see you. Just a second, sorry. Some technical. Oh, now I see you back. If you think about technical aspect of this piece, which is important, of course, there is a danger that it becomes like a study, like a technical etude or caprice. Yeah, it's variation of Rossini. It's Italian composer who wrote a lot of operas. And it's a theme on the theme of Moses. Yeah, and okay, but every variation you just need to exaggerate and to convince the public and the listeners, and first of all yourself, yeah, to musically that it should be much more convincing. Now, also, I would also suggest that between the variations, you have to decide for yourself, of course, what you like to do more, but the timing between variation can be also different. Sometimes you can connect the variation one after another to continue, sometimes to rest, yeah. For example, after the maggiore, you can take time, especially when it says fermata, yeah, before tempo di marcia. Then before the first variation, also, I would take a little bit more time. Not every time, yeah, but for example, you can connect the second variation with the first. You don't have to. This is clear that you can continue the second variation. Do it, yeah. But some other places you can take time and to breathe a little bit, yeah. But otherwise, going after another, it's too much. So it will have little bit differences also by timing between the variations, yeah. Now, the very beginning introduction. Please make sure that the rhythmical structure will be clear, because you're playing 16 note. Da, dee, da, 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 da. It sounds like 30 seconds almost. Da, dee, da, da, ba, bam, ba. This is 16 notes, yeah? Da, dee. Which tempo you play? Can you start once more? Much better. You see, you're thinking now about the rhythm. Ta, pa, 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 pam. You're playing almost like 30 seconds. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. And it's different music, I'm sorry. Yeah. So this always, no matter what tempo you're playing, you always just, if you think about this, many times in the music, if you just think, it's already enough. It's already makes effect on what you're doing. If you don't think, things coming out without logic, yeah. Let's start once more there, the beginning, and you have to think forward. In few bars you're playing maggiore, yeah. So it's already have to make you have to make a decision, and they have to influence your beginning. So if you have a maggiore, and naturally the beginning is a minore, so really show this atmosphere. Much maybe more sad, yeah. So have better difference in the majority later on. You have a tenuto, especially in the notes when you have tenuto. Sing it. Oh. Sing it. You're playing really short, the 16 notes. Really, really short. You're playing open note, but imagine that you even I would even vibrate a little bit here, you know, so it will get something. And this accent with speed of the bow and vibrato. A little bit, yeah. Very good, much better. I love it. Just a few little things. This note before the accent, yeah, the bar 3 and bar later on the same, yeah. You're giving too much speed of the bow on the first note of the downbeat on this note, and then this accent when you really have to give becomes like this. You're doing this. You're doing the sausage instead of. Make sure that the first note is, don't give too much speed of the bow, otherwise it will sound like an accent. This note. Now, so opposite. You're doing opposite. You're doing this instead of. So speed and vibrato, yeah? And so twice, actually not twice, you have 1, 2, 3 times before this, yeah? So make sure the downbeat, don't give too much bow. Soft and slow. Now speed. Speed and vibrato. Now the second phrase, I think I wouldn't start to open the first one. So you will have the second phrase a little bit more open. Yeah, so the very beginning, still keep it a little bit more intimate, yeah, the first phrase. So the second one will be a little bit more open, right? And the third thing that I wanted to tell you about these first two phrases is these bars. Yeah? Start these passages a little bit, just think of that you want to start it earlier. Yeah? The beginning of the passage, kind of like you want to start it earlier. If you start exactly in tempo, 1, 2, you have to slow down at the end of the bar too much. So just take a little bit time. Take a little bit of timing before. So 1, 2. Yeah, like you want to start early. Let's do from do, fa, da, di, 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 do, the second phrase. different rhythm every time. Da dee da 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 da. Each time it's different. Whatever comes out, you have to feel. You know, when you want to know exactly how to play the small note after the dotted, you know, like this dotted rhythm. Yeah. Just when you play the long note, feel inside the pulse. Then just divide it to 16 notes. Da, 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 and you will know exactly when to put the small note. Da, dee, da, 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 da. Do you understand? Otherwise, it's every time different. Directly from there, from mezzo piano. Same. Yeah, the same thing. Same thing with the passages. Just think that you want to start it earlier to have more time and more flexibility of whatever you want to do. Yeah, ta, 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 if you start exactly in tempo, you eventually will have to slow down so much. Da, yeah, da, 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 and you have, instead of 4 beats in the bar, you have 5 beats almost. Yeah. Okay, it can be flexible, but just to be a little bit more smart about how to control this timing. Yeah, the pulse. You know, it's important. The pulse. It's very important all the time to keep the same. If you keep the pulse the same, you can always play with the rubato around this. You know, if there is no pulse, the rubato doesn't make any sense. You understand? Okay, let's go. The flageolets this time was very, very good, because first time when you played, sometimes you were going too far away from the bridge, yeah, yeah, and then it doesn't sound well. So you play the flageolets closer to the bridge, not really, really too close, but closer to the bridge, and without too much pressure. Then it will sound very, very clear, like it sounded now. Now you did very, very good. Bravo. Yeah. So make sure that you always pay attention that the bow doesn't go too far from the bridge. Otherwise, it's, you have to push and it doesn't sound well. So you understand? Yeah. Okay. Maggiore. Now, totally different character. Maggiore was very nice at the beginning. What I would suggest is that in Maggiore you change the vibrato a little bit more to a little bit warmer vibrato. because you're using almost exactly the same vibrato like you're using in the beginning. So a little bit more, maybe slightly faster, but just to try to warm it up. Here, the beginning. And now, just slightly different decibels of speed of the vibrato to make it warmer. Yeah. Now, CHEN-WEI, yeah. You have this big shift. Yeah? This time it was quite successful, but I'm not, because first time it was not good when you played. Remember, this time was more or less okay. Yeah, but if you want, nobody knows the next time how it will be, right? But if you want to make sure that your shifts and jumps will be very successful, you have to follow one really important but very simple rule that will make your shifts very, very successful. Let's say nobody gives you 100%, yeah, but now it was 50-50. First time you didn't get it, second time you got it almost, okay? But if you want 90% of success, you have to follow a really important rule. But it's very simple. You need to listen to the note before you jump, which means this one, yeah? Yeah? This re, you have to listen to this note till the very, 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 but very, very end of this note. Yeah? Not to take anything from this note. So by doing this, you make yourself, you prepare yourself for the jump. If you don't listen and you don't play this note before you jump till the very end, you take out the ground out of from under your feet, and you cannot jump normally. Because if you want to jump, you want to prepare yourself to jump, right? Like you want to feel the ground and then you jump, right? Just think physically, like practically, if you want to jump from one place to another, you want to feel that the place from your jump, where you start, is you're very comfortable and prepared to jump. So the note before the shift has to be very, very, you have to play it till the very, very end of it. Try now. No, sorry. Where is this place? I lost it. Ah, this one. And then you jump. You really play this note till the end. Play this one bar before that. It was much better. But for me, it's still there. This long note, the re, the low re, is still one hair too short. Try to listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because 4, the last beat, yeah, the last 8 note of re, also has to have an ending, yeah, not only beginning. Because every note has the beginning, the middle, the life of the note, and the end. So you counting until the beginning of the last 8 note. That's what I hear. And then you already shifted. You have to play till the end of the last 8 note. Yeah. If you divide it by 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And only then. Yeah. Try once more. You're using the shift, timing of the shift, timing of the long note for the shift. Tam, pam, really till the end. Just play by yourself. Play by yourself. Just this bar. Ta-dee. You start moving before you finish the note. You have to finish the note first. Okay? Really exaggerate. Can you once exaggerate? Play the note that this is almost, imagine that it has extra length. Yeah? 1, 2, bam. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. Oh, you see how perfect it was? Now you did really well. Now it was really the first time you did the shift with the right way of treating the note before the shift. Really, really remember that this rule is working always perfectly. If you listen to the note before the shift until the water already goes here, you know? I mean, like metaphorically speaking, like when you already know that, oh, okay, now it's time to go. Now I already finished the notes, really. I mean, not only the length, but musically. Musically, it will be also very, very much more convincing and logical if you instead of doing the, you see what you're doing? Instead of the first note becomes much fuller and much more convincing musically also. And technically and practically, it will help you to get to the note where you want to go. Same thing from down to up and from up to down. Okay? Okay, continue. Also, you see what you're doing is you're using some of the note or some of the length of the note for the shift. First, you have to finish the note, and then you go to for the shift. Yeah, you're doing this. Yeah, and I noticed that all the fermatas just before you start tema, all this episode of this kind of cadenza, all fermatas almost you don't do. Imagine you are a singer that stands on the La Scala opera in Milano in beautiful dress, gorgeous dress, and you sing now for the public. And you want to take time wherever, especially when the composer puts you fermatas, and you don't enjoy this time of the fermatas. Okay, let's do directly for 30. Very much worried about this passage. Don't worry about this. You still didn't enjoy this first stop. Yeah, it's the first fermata you have in the piece actually. No. Yeah. This is appoggiatura. This is not something that you have to work so much. Another stop. The last stop. So you have to be very, very free and very charming. Like that's like why I said, imagine you with a dress and standing in La Scala opera stage.
Kindly reminder. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Wait, try to play this passage not with the left hand, but with the right hand. Don't think about fingers. Think about your voice. Imagine this is your voice, yeah, and this is your words. So control your voice. You know, play this passage with the right hand, not with the left. You see, it's already much better. Once more, once more. Yeah, yeah. It's already much better. Same. Do with it. Think about your voice. If you think only about the left hand, your bow is following the fingers. And it should be opposite. The fingers should follow your bow because this is your voice. If you play only with the fingers, do you hear the music? I hear the cockroaches running. Yeah? But not music. But you have to be controlling it here. Make sure that the left hand is following the right one and not opposite.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's like your bow is going like this. Wait for me, and it's not convincing. It's not clear, you know. La da. From there. Bravo! Bravo! Look how it sounded. Fantastic. You see, you have to think opposite. Don't think about this. It will automatically go after your bow if you're sure, if you know exactly what you're doing. And if you think, oh, I don't want to make mistake, I don't want to play out of tune, I don't care. The thing is that if you know exactly what you're doing here, the fingers, it's a magic, kind of magic. The fingers will follow exactly what you're doing here. You see what happened now? It's the first time it was so clear and so convincing passage. Well done. Just think like this, always. Da da di da 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 da. Directly, this passage. La do mi re do mi so fa mi la do si la. Exactly. Da 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 di da di da di da da di da. Here, not in the left. Play this passage. Da da di da. Play with the left, with the bow, not with the left hand. You see how much you are in control now? It's a magic. I'm not a magician. You are a magician because you just made this little switch in your head and controlling what you're doing here, and the fingers follow. Left hand follows your right because you have to make sure that your right arm is the general and the left hand is a soldier. And general tells the soldier what to do. And he says, yes, sir. And does exactly what the general says. Yeah. Now make sure that the tema have dots, you have accents, you have tenuto. Make sure people can hear that. Yeah, because you make an articulation, whatever it comes, not necessarily what's written. The dots above the notes. Yeah. Yeah, this. It not necessarily makes its articulation. It's not necessarily makes it shorter. Yeah. If, for example, if there was no dots, you would play, right? So why are you playing so short? Now accent, dot, accent, dot, accent. Now no accents, no dots. Tenuto. Dot, dot. So all these details make the whole picture so much more varied and more interesting. And not like this. Sounds the same, right? Here, I remember also now, and also first time when you played, you playing first 1.5 bars in one tempo, and then when it starts crescendo, you're going so much faster. Why? It's one thing. Now, yeah? You're doing this. Why? Keep the same pulse. Then it will be easier for you to do different things. When it says, for example, accelerando, next bar. It doesn't sound accelerando because you did something strange in one bar before. You're going forward so much. Start from there. And keep the same pulse until accelerando. Why? Tadim padim pagadagam pam pam padam padim payam pap 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 pam pagadam padam. It's a small differences. You have to leave for yourself a space to do things. If you do just because it's comfortable or uncomfortable, it doesn't make sense. Nadam padim pagadagam pam pam padam padim dayam pam 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 padadim padadam padadadam yam 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 yam, then whatever, yeah. But the first two bars keep in the same pulse. Also here, Tayam, the first note before you go to the shift. Listen to this a little bit. To this note. Yeah, you see it. You don't catch the note because of that. Just think about this. You don't have to sit half an hour on this. Yeah, but think that you need to listen to the end of even if it's a shortest note like this one, you have to listen to the end of it. Okay? You just finished the tema, right? You just finished the theme.
Yeah.
Right? Now we start variations. It's a first variation. So here I would take a little bit time. Because if you continue, people think that it's you're still playing the theme. Yeah? Just little separation, yeah, at least. And also here, control it here. Yeah? Very good. Very good. But you are thinking about left hand all the time. You know the music, Chi-Wei. You know the music. I'm sure you're already knowing. If you take away the music, you will know it by heart. I'm sure. But make sure that you're controlling and making articulation, character, atmosphere, everything. First of all, here. I don't care if you make a little mistake now. I want you to find the right feeling and right everything what you want to do in this variation. First of all, here. And you know what? When you practice at home, it's very helpful to practice to play exactly what you want to do without left hand. Exactly in the place of every string, on string crossing, a place of where you want to play, but without left hand. And then you add your left hand, and you will see how much more in control you are. Because play without left hand once, just the beginning of the variation, but singing inside of your head that you're doing exactly when it's where you need. You see, it sounds a little bit like you don't know where exactly to play. And you need to be 100% in control. So you need to lead everything what you do from here, from your voice. Again, I'm repeating, this is your voice and this is your words. If you have only words, nobody will hear you. But if you have a voice, people will hear the words that you want to say. No? If you control your voice and I want to tell you something. If you have, you don't hear anything. I want to tell you something, and you using your voice to send information an exact way that you want to make to convince people. So this is what you have to do. All right? Okay. I really appreciate your playing. Bravo. And think about this. And practice without left hand. It's really helpful. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Bravo. Thank you so much. Can I have 1 minute?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So for our last student for today masterclass, we have CHEN YOUJIA performing Dvorak Cello Concerto No. 2, Opus 104, second movement. The time is yours.
Great, Dvorak. I was waiting for Dvorak. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What about you?
It's very early here still, but okay, we have 8 hours or 9 hours difference with Singapore. Yeah, it's a beautiful cello you have. What is that?
I think, actually, I'm not very sure. It's from the ring collection from school.
Ah, but you don't know who is the maker? Is it modern cello?
No, it's an old one.
Old one. Yeah, so I was thinking, but you know, from the light of from the Zoom,
Yeah.
it's difficult to say. But you know what? Is it Italian or French or German?
I think
Italian, no?
it's Italian, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you don't know the name of the maker.
No, not really.
Does it say anything inside? You never looked?
Oh, it's a Guastalla.
Quastella.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's on loan. It's not yours, right?
Yeah, it's not mine.
Okay. Anyway, so second movement, right?
Yes.
Great. Wow, beautiful. Bravo. Bravo. Beautiful song. Give me 2 seconds because I need to
Yeah.
plug in the computer. Sorry, 1 second. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just in case it was showing me that the battery of the computer is
Okay.
close to the end. So just in case we don't lose each other. Yes, beautiful, beautiful playing. Tell me how long you've been working on this piece already?
A month or so. Spent a bit of time
Months.
on this. Yeah.
And before you never played it?
No. No.
So it's the first time. Okay, great. So you getting to know each other, yeah?
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
Well, this is the masterpiece, and this is one of the most beautiful. I mean, one of the most beautiful concerto that was ever written for cello, definitely, and especially this movement. It's so sensitive and so pastoralic and very beautiful. What I noticed, Yuja, no? What's your name?
Sorry? Yoja.
Your name, Yuja. Sometimes, since this piece is new for you, more or less new, I think you need to listen a little bit to recordings of just to know to sit with the score because sometimes I feel like you're not sure when exactly piano is playing.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you have the breaks and just to be sure the accompaniment of the orchestra. I mean piano orchestra to know the score of the concerto because eventually and hopefully you're going to play with the orchestra and you need to know what orchestra is playing, and sometimes it feels like you're not sure.
Yeah.
But I understand it's a new piece, so it takes time. But what I suggest that if you take a score and preferably a score of not only the piano but the orchestra, just to know who is playing what, because it also not only just to know who is playing what and when, but also to know what kind of instruments are playing and with what kind of instruments you're playing in the very right moment when you play, yeah? Because you have always to find the connection between the instruments and to have a conversation with them. Okay, you're the soloist and everything, but you need to make kind of a champion music together with in this case, piano, but eventually with the orchestra, and you need to know what colors to answer, either it's oboe or clarinet or first violin solo in the third movement, for example. Yeah, you have to play together. So you need to know all these details. Yeah. Okay. For the beginning, I think it would be really great if you will find continuous, simple semplice vibrato and not to change it too much as long as possible, because the music develops with all these passages, and then eventually comes to the forte. Yeah. So until you gradually come to the forte, the vibrato, I would suggest that you keep kind of constant, similar vibrato, semplice and sensitive, even on the small notes. Yeah,
Okay.
just to keep, it's like try to create this pastoralic atmosphere. Yeah, so it will not be. Excuse me, 1 second. Find the spike holder. So this. So to at least the first phrase to be like one big breath, you know, and you spend the air, the oxygen when you sing very, very slowly. Yeah, try. And definitely, like I told one of your colleagues in the very first lesson today, when you start something and you want to start with some color, with some of course music, yeah. Start the vibrato before the sound, so the note will start immediately giving the information of what you want to say, and not after half a note already passed. Yeah,
Okay.
just one bar before the cello, couple of bars. You see what you do? You don't need to vibrate half an hour before the note. And then you do this, and then when you start, you stop.
Okay.
Just before, you know, you start in the sound. So just before you touch the string with the bow,
Okay.
and you're doing this. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you start the note without vibrato. Start it without piano now. Start the note with vibrato just before the sound. Once more. Yeah, yeah, you're almost there, almost. Think that you're making vibrato with your bow, and relax now the left hand. Relax.
Okay.
You're playing in the piano. Just relax, and make sure that you imagine that you're making vibrato here.
Okay.
Much better. Very good. Very good. Okay, with the piano, very good. Wonderful, beautiful first phrase, beautiful. May I suggest you bowings, so you will have a end of crescendo, which is not to the forte, but still, of course, but kind of first kind of opening. First, the way you play, you're starting, you're arriving, yeah, up bow, this last, and you first of all, if you play like this, if you play with this bowing, yeah, and make sure that you leave a lot of bow for the end of the crescendo. And you're doing this. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you do like this, what I would suggest if to play legato here, not to change, and then it's up, not so comfortable for me at least. It's just a suggestion. I'm not saying what is better, but for me better is this legato. Now down, now up, and now you have very natural open ending of the first phrase. So just a suggestion if you want to try to do different bowing. Down, up, and change. Let's do last time the first phrase, yeah? Directly from you. Piano is playing pam pam da da. Listen to the melody, yeah.
Yeah.
The first phrase was great. If you like the bowing, you're welcome to stay with this. If you ask me, it was very convincing. If you decide to do what you did before, just make sure that you leave more bow at the end of the crescendo, okay? Yeah, from the piano. Da dee da da. Now it's too late.
Sorry.
Go to the last note. Go to the last note. You're preparing this last note. La ti da ta di da. You see how much time you have. Go to the note. But before you try this, you have this three passages, yeah? So you have, first of all, if you look at it, you have 3 times, yeah? So it means that each time you don't want to play all of them the same, or you do?
No.
Of course you don't. So how I would think that since I have 3 passages, that maybe the first one should be the most simple one. So I would have more space for the second and third to do different things. So I would treat the first one. I mean, Dvořák was quite a great composer, no?
Yeah.
If you just play it simple, it's such a beautiful music. You don't have to invent anything. By doing this, you leave for yourself so much space to do something different for the second and the third passage, yeah? So, second time it's already different because it's a variation. Yeah. Show the difference.
Okay.
Yeah? And the third one, you go into different harmony. So you see, by just thinking of what is the difference, and by leaving a space to do things, to show these differences, without any huge effort, you're making beautiful music. You just have to be just have to think and to be smarter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, directly. Da, di, da, da, da. And Yuja, try once this fingering first
Okay.
the extension. Just try as an option, because this shift up and down kind of for this passage, for me, it's not the most convincing. I know it's difficult, and it's if you do this, be very careful, very discreet with the shift. But if the other option is, like I said, to make an extension and then on the way back to make a shift.
Okay.
So it will not be the same. Wah 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 wah.
Yeah.
Okay, the first passage. One da di da da. Go to the last note. And now you change. Yeah, the only in the last at the end of this long note you change the atmosphere, but don't prepare it. If you prepare it, you have a much more difficult way to enter the piano atmosphere. Da di da 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 di dum pam pa di di. Go till the end. Pa di di. Now in the end of this long note, you make it feel so much softer. But definitely go till the end. Do the last passage. No, wait for the piano. Wait for the piano. Wait for the harmony. Yeah? And you have to change really huge change of the color and atmosphere after the harmony, and still to enjoy this note, not immediately go to la. One, and still enjoying, and only then you continue. Yeah. Okay. Same place. But change after the piano is taking, after the orchestra or piano in this case, changing the harmony. You change your sound, vibrato, color according to this harmony. This is now. So the end of do will be already with the same atmosphere. Not you change the color, and then you go. Yeah. Last time. only thing that was missing for me, the shift, make it much slower.
Okay.
Yeah, here. You do kind of like you're tired, like you know what? Now you're arriving to piano, and then you have diminuendo to pianissimo, and then you have crescendo, da 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 dee, yeah. And this crescendo is to what? To which dynamic? Oops.
The crescendo is to the B flat with
Yes.
sforzando.
It's forzando.
Yeah.
Sforzando. It's what dynamic it is? Good question. Yeah. What was the last dynamic before sforzando?
Pianissimo.
Okay. And you have a crescendo to sforzando, and then you have crescendo to forte.
Yes.
Which brings us to conclusion that this sforzando maybe in mezzo forte maximum.
Yeah.
Okay, so just think forward, yeah. You see crescendo to forte, then after forte there's sforzando, and di da da and accelerato, okay, and so on and so on. But la di di da ya da da di da. And you want to play even more. Yeah. So gradually build up all these things, and make sure, be careful not to make crescendo each time you play oboe. Each time you play oboe, these three notes, upbeat to downbeat, you're making crescendo, but it's basically gradual diminuendo, slow. It's still piano, not too soft, without crescendo. Piano, but without crescendo. Now diminuendo starts less, and this is the softest. Yeah, like this. If you logically think and gradually building up the things, it will be so much easier for you to make music and build up your ideas without stressing yourself and making yourself putting yourself in a trap each time. Yeah. Let's do la di di directly from there. La di di da, and gradually make the da 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 di da ya da da di da ya da da di. La, A flat, A natural is the softest place, and you're already making crescendo there.
Okay.
La di di. Slower. Take your time. You're alone. Nobody's pushing you anywhere. And release all the muscles in your left hand. You're doing this with here. Relax here, everything, and you decide when you want to play it. Here, not here.
Okay.
Without crescendo. Softest. imagine you asking something, please, 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 give me, please, please. Nobody will give you anything. Please, 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 I'm begging you. Yeah? The crescendo, yes? 5 minutes, okay. Mrs. 5 minutes. Okay. That was really, really beautiful build up of the crescendo, what you did now. You see, and it takes so less effort to make the music speak clearly and convincingly by just building up things logically and gradually and thinking in which dynamic you are and what character, yeah? Now, when you're arriving to forte, you have 3 notes, ta di da da, ta. You have a triplet. You're playing it's like ta di da da, like 8 notes.
Okay.
Yeah, tam, ta di da tam. It can be free, but you have to remember that it's a triplet, and not just tam tam di ta. You're changing music basically. DVOŽák wouldn't be so happy. Yeah? You're playing tam, pan, di, tam, tam, instead of tam, ya, ta, ta, ta. It can be free, yes, but still triplet. Yeah, and they should be with a crescendo, but exactly the same quality and articulation. You play each note a little bit different.
Okay.
You understand? You're playing. One is accent, one is less accent, 3 accents, pa, 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 with crescendo. But the basics of each note supposed to be exactly the same.
Okay.
Yeah? Directly forte. Pam, ya, ta, ta, pam. That's what I'm speaking about. Every article, the beginning of each note has to be exactly the same. You have a crescendo, fine. But pa, 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 you're playing. You find exactly the same articulation. The beginning of each note has to be the same. Plus, above on this, you do crescendo. Okay, so you can maybe increase amount of the bow on each one of the. Like, first one, not too much, a little bit more, and third one even more. But the beginning of each note, articulation has to be the same. Otherwise, you lose the idea.
Okay.
You can give a little bit more accelerando when it starts, but definitely you need to have this. It's like imagine you take every time you take a breath. You have little breaks there, right? And you're playing without almost, especially the first bar when it starts. Almost without breaks. Imagine you take breath every time. It's a little bit. It just don't connect it too much, you know. Okay. And the end of the diminuendo. Do, do, di, do, do. No, it goes da, 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 to 3 piano. And again, you're doing this upbeat to the next bar with the crescendo. And also here. You always have almost disappear. Of course, comparison when you play with the orchestra, everything has to be a little bit more, but the idea has to stay the same. Yeah. Just be careful not to make every time you have upbeat to next bar, you're making because of the up bow or whatever, you're making crescendo. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on since we don't have time. Just to touch a little bit of molto espressivo, largamente. So in contrary to beginning, yeah, when you have very sensitive, very kind of intimate atmosphere and vibrato especially, here you have the molto espressivo and wide. Imagine you playing French horn with lots of sound. Yeah? And I wouldn't go. Why are you going immediately to the D string? Now. Also, I would do at least not to do twice. Ta wa 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 ta wa wa. And stay with the open string. Also the beginning and also the end. There has to be more forte, molto espressivo largamente, really wide, really open. Directly from you, directly from the cello. Ta-dee.
So sorry, we are running out of time.
Yeah, just the last phrase, okay?
Okay.
So the beginning with open string and the end with open string. In the middle, you go to the D string, right? So to have a variety of colors, not to go especially in the beginning. Da, dee, da, the D string is much more close, and you want to play very open and loud. Da, dee, why? Da, dee, da, dee, da, 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 dee, da, 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 da. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Sorry, the time always going too fast. I hope I can come to Singapore and spend much more time with you guys.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful playing. Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Yujia. Thank you, Yujia. And with this, we want to conclude our masterclass, and our deep gratitude goes to Mr. Zlotnikov. Thank you so much for generously sharing your expertise and musical insight with us today. So we also want to appreciate all our students who already performed this evening and allowed us to learn alongside with them. So we hope you have enjoyable night, enjoyable time with us today. And please consider joining our next masterclass series continue throughout the semester. So you can also watch the conservatory online performances on our YouTube channel. And for updates on our upcoming events, please check out our website and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, thank you and have a pleasant evening.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting. It was a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Is it full song? Because I know that